Well, trip number 957.
This place is becoming quite the mess.
Welcome to my childhood playground, the place where I spent so many hours building dens, exploring, and just having the utmost amount of fun. My name is Orion, this is Jess and Benji, and in literally less than a month, our family is going to be getting bigger as our new baby girl is on the way. Oh, and did I mention we're also moving house? So for the last 3 months, I've been converting my nan's garage to turn it into our storage room so we can keep all of our personal belongings safe and sound.
However, it is starting to pile up in here and get incredibly unorganized.
So today we're doing it old school, and I'm bringing you along for the journey as I attempt to organize all of this in hopes to gain a bit more floor space.
I have been out and acquired even more hard plastic boxes. These ones are actually a little bit cheaper.
Homebase's own plastic boxes, 80 litres these were, and they cost me £10 a box.
As good as these things are, they're half the size and they cost me £20 a box.
So that is a bargain I will take.
But right, before we start sorting out storage, I think one of the first things we should do is organise this room by taking anything that doesn't need to be in here right now out and moving a lot of these bin bags that need to go to the skip.
Getting rid of all this rubbish has been on my long list for quite some time now, so I think it's about time we get rid of it.
I have to admit, I'm starting to feel sorry for my poor car. It's bruised, it's battered,
And it is getting very, very dirty. One thing I do want to do in the future is actually upgrade my Golf for a pickup, but I think it's a bit out of budget for the time being.
Desirable cars aside, we have now got ourselves a nice walkway to get to the back,
where I have actually managed to organise and stack up Jess's crafting room stuff a little bit better. I'm thinking what I do now is probably move the camping gear and move the DIY stuff, basically swap them around.
This is actually going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, but I think it makes much more sense to have the DIY stuff at the back of the room where I'm not going to need it too often, and the camping stuff close to the door where I can grab and go if I need to go away.
On a scale of 1 to stupid, how stupid is it to try and move this without taking the stuff off of it?
Okay.
It's doable.
A little bit at a time. Okay.
I don't even think it'll fit through the gap. Whoops. Oh dear. I've broken a box. Good job it was a box full of valuable things. Let's try this one again.
Oh, why did I decide to do this?
Oh, bet this fits in this corner. Actually. Oh, I'm not back. Right, now I've had a bit of a reorganisation, what I'm doing now is emptying some of the really useful, hard, proper plastic, expensive boxes and putting them into the new ones I bought, because it's just got DIY stuff in and it seems like a waste of money to store the DIY stuff in the hard plastic boxes because they're better for like protecting actual household goods. And this DIY stuff's just going to stay here anyway, so.
That is one of the hard case boxes all emptied, and one of the new ones filled up full of just things I don't think I'm going to need anytime soon.
Later down the line, I am going to have to take all of this stuff with me when we do move, but I'm going to be moving again in another couple of years, so I'm trying to best determine what I'm not going to need now and that can just stay in boxes until we move to the next house after this one. There's a lot going on, but fingers crossed I've organised properly.
However, the benefit of using clear boxes is I can always see what's in them if I ever need to get something that I can't find.
And finally, progress has been made. All of our household goods are now stacked in the corner, making a bit more use of the height of this room. DIY stuff has been put in this corner and relatively organised. If I need to get onto the boxes, I can see in them, see what I need, and I can pull them out. All of the tools that I have got that are new are on top.
And then all of the camping gear is right next to the door so I can grab and go when I want to.
Holy moly, this is a much better use of the space in this room.
And thanks to my reorganisation, I have made myself a little table where I can have myself a meal deal.
And this is what I call a quintessential worker's lunch. A good old plain ham sandwich with crisps and a chocolate bar. Cheers.
Alright, with lunch consumed and a successful day down at the storage unit completed,
it is time to shut up shop, head home, get changed, because now I've got a baby show to go to. Told you, I'm bringing it old school. You're just joining me for the journey.
Well, I didn't actually have time to get changed, so I've come in my DIY gear, but we have arrived at the Baby and Toddler show. I actually thought that this said I wasn't going to be allowed to film, but it just says if you're caught on film, you accept it. It looks like we might be famous, but I actually have no idea what we're looking for. Jess just wants to browse around for all baby things. And look, I've spotted HelloFresh. Hopefully we'll work with them soon, potentially next year, but big shout out to HelloFresh. Oh my God, look how cute that is. I think we're just gonna have to buy one. It's going to be quite difficult here not to spend too much money. We've already seen so many cute items of clothing that we can get for the baby, as well as stuff that can go in the pushchair. One thing I will say about this place is, much like most events or exhibitions, it is incredibly warm here, and I'm regretting not getting changed. Now this is something I actually want to do in the future, and make my own furniture. Maybe we start off with a toy box for the baby, but great to get some ideas. I had no idea that there would be a crazy sale on here. I've seen so much furniture for baby rooms which are discounted heavily. To get this many things for £400 is actually really good. Now that is actually a really cool idea. The door slides so you can get into the wardrobe, but you also have a display shelf as well next to it. Very good idea. But we have managed to explore the whole of the exhibition. There wasn't actually as much to buy as it seemed. There was just obviously a lot of display stands and stuff like that. We did manage to get a going home from the hospital outfit, which I showed when we first got in there. It's super cute, and we got something to keep them all snug in the car seat and in the pushchair and stuff like that. But we're gonna head over to another baby place to look for some more stuff, because we don't actually have a hospital bag yet. So we have arrived at the baby barn. Hopefully we can find what we need here. Well, this place has much more stuff than the show we just went to. Not quite sure about that though. Black furniture's not really my thing in a baby room. You can tell we're in a barn though. The beamwork in here is actually stunning. One thing I actually do really like is all the vinyl work that's on the walls. We're kind of going to go with this kind of aesthetic at the new place, where we go with a bit of an off-white, and maybe either slats or brickwork. Unfortunately, this is the only bag that I can find in this style, which is more like a duffel bag, because I already have a rucksack that has all my camera stuff on it, so I don't want two backpacks. Having a duffel bag that I can grab and go for all the stuff that I need for the baby would be ideal, but I can't find one anywhere. Either way, this is actually a really good spot to go for baby stuff. You would genuinely have no idea that this spot is even here, because it's just in the middle of the countryside. There's just fields everywhere. Really nestled away, but lovely spot for baby stuff. Quite the jump in time later. It is pitch black and we are at Bonfire Night. And I have to say, what a bonfire that is. It's absolutely massive. And as I film this is officially our local. So it's our first time visiting a local bonfire night. And there is absolutely loads of people here. I think there's actually a steam tractor over there. I mean, look how cool that is. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a closer look. Now this is very cool. Look at that bad boy. It's seriously, seriously cool. I like that a lot. First things first, we need food and beer. Oh yeah, I am all about this. Nothing better than a burger straight off the grill. And the onions are well nice. Oh, and it looks like fireworks are about to go off. Oh, that was so anticlimactic there. I was fully expecting to start with a bang, but just a little fizzle for now. Take two. Oh, it's promising. Oh, yeah. I have now acquired a beer and I'm stood near the fire watching the fireworks. It's a win-win. That was an absolutely lovely fireworks show, but I am loving more than anything else just standing in front of this massive fire and capturing some slow motion flames. It looks so good. Before we actually end our night here, there is one final thing we need to do before we go on home. And that is enter our new home for the first time. Greeted by a mouse, no doubt. It is officially empty and a blank canvas ready for us to move into and renovate. And boy oh boy, is it gonna need a lot of work. As I have been saying, we're in this weird interim at the moment where we're kind of between projects, because I've been waiting to begin this one.
So for the foreseeable future, you're gonna see a lot of stuff going on down at this place as we turn this into our home. Probably starting with the bedrooms. One of the weirdest things that Jess has just pointed out is the light is like right at the end of the room. How bizarre is that? You might be questioning why at, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night we decided to come to the house, and it's because this is the first time we're seeing it as just 4 walls, floor and ceiling, and it's much easier to get an idea of how spacious a room is or what you can do with it when it is completely empty. And we got the keys today and we couldn't help ourselves, so opening a can of worms by walking into this house tonight. Oddly enough, it's the same in this room. The light's there, and there's just a hook with a piece of string, and the light. Okay, there is much more in here than I thought there was when I first looked around. Oh, we've got our work cut out for us. And it all begins in a few days, because the renovation in the new house has begun, and the vlogs for the foreseeable future will be all things DIY renovation and the birth of my next child in the middle somewhere. It's been a lot to uncover what is behind closed doors. I don't know how else to explain it. Stay tuned, because man, what I unearth in this house. Yeah, it's a lot of work and I'm not at all stressed, but I am here to wrap up today's video, because we've had a bit of a different vlog today. Let me know if you did like it, because I don't usually bring you along for all like family activities, like going to events or Bonfire Night, things like that. And it was a bit of a, it was kind of difficult for me to edit this video, because normally like I have a project and I know I already have in mind what is going to happen throughout the vlog, because I set aside my weekends when I film these for like, today I'm going to do this thing, the next day I'm going to do this thing, and it makes it very easy for me to kind of structure my videos around, albeit a little bit more challenging with all of the B-roll stuff that I do nowadays. But if you like this kind of vlog and you would like to see me do more of them, then do let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It's the easiest way for me to recognize whether people like it, because I know a lot of people watch it on a television and don't have access to comments. So make sure you scroll up on the TV and find the thumbs up button. And if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe, because the channel, I still can't believe it. I say this every vlog, but it's mind-boggling that people are still subscribing and the channel is still growing. I can't thank you enough. I am very truly blessed to be in a position I am in. I've got some really cool videos coming up. One thing I will say, I know a lot of people have been asking me directly, what's happening with the campsite? And in this box is a little teaser as to more information on the campsite coming soon. Obviously, when I made that video towards the end, I did say that you probably won't see much progression with the campsite till the new year. However, I still want to trickle some videos in there, keep it fresh in your mind that we are working towards the new campsite, albeit behind closed doors at the moment, because I have a lot going on. So my mom is managing a lot of the campsite related things in the background whilst helping me move house, and there's a lot in our lives going on at the moment. So we're going to trickle in probably like one campsite video a month until we kind of get settled in a new house and the babies all settled, and then the true campsite build. I would say renovation, but it's not a renovation of a friggin' farm. It's a big job, and we're just easing ourselves into it. But next week, maybe coming soon, there will be a campsite vlog, and then I'll make another one where we actually do start some work on the campsite. So stay tuned for that. I know, I'm sorry I leave these updates to the end of the video. I will promise to make them a bit more forefront, or when I make the campsite video, I'll talk about it a little bit more. When I make the campsite video, I'll talk about a bit more. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to sit and ramble for too long, because I know this video has been a little bit different, a little bit slower than the usual get on with projects and stuff like that. But I thought I'd mix it up. Shout out to those people who came to the live stream, by the way. If you've missed that, I'll leave a link to that in the chat. Not in the chat, in the comments. I'm flustering. I need to go. Thank you very much for watching. Peace, much love. Bye-bye. And for the last year, I have been renovating I have spent so much time in the next fucking I feel like I'm wearing like overalls.